right, guys, another good trolling tip here. Keep your drag set semi-loose, not super loose. I actually got these set where you can hear them when they go off. You can pull, and it's not going to pull drag out, but you can pull it with your hand relatively loose. That's going to do two things. It's going to allow you to hear the rod when it goes off in the rod holder, so you know to jump back there and pull it out of the rod holder and fight that fish. The next thing it does, when you're doing 3.5, 4 miles an hour, it's important that you're not going to pull those hooks from the fish's jaw, which is very easy to do. But you don't want it too loose where it's going to, when the head shakes, it's going to get too much slack and shake the hooks. One more tip. Speed, trolling speed. A lot of times when I go out and the water's not super cold, I start out at 3.5 miles per hour. If the fish tell me that they don't want it at 3.5, I move it up in 0.5 increments. I'll move it up to 3.5 from 4, or I'll move it from 3.5 to 4, and then I'll move it from 4 to 4.5. Oftentimes I'll do 5. Sometimes on these bluebird days, speed is everything. It doesn't matter what bait you got out, the speed is what's catching the fish, and having the baits in the weeds and right on the edges of the weeds. All right, guys, one more good trolling tip here. We've covered a lot of different things: speed, drag set. Now, where to troll and when to troll there. It's in the springtime, it's never too early to short line troll up shallow in 5 foot of water. As soon as that water temperature gets up into the low 70 degree mark, a lot of these fish will move out deep, especially the big ones first. The big ones stay in the shallows the least amount of time out of all these fish. There will always be small fish shallow, but as soon as that water temperature reaches up to about that 70 degree mark, a lot of these fish move out to the basins, the deep edges, the deep weeds. Now, and they'll stay out there a good part of the summer. Occasionally they'll go in and feed up shallow, but now and when it hits 80, I stop fishing for these fish. But as soon as it drops back down, I'm trolling that basin with deeper diving baits, deeper down towards the bottom. And as soon as the water gets back down to that 70 degree mark, low 70s, a lot of these fish move back shallow because the bait moves shallow. And that's when you want to go back to short lining, which is short lines out in relatively shallow water. Anywhere from 4 to 8 foot of water is really good in the fall. All right, guys, one more quick trolling tip. I got 2 units on my dash here. I keep one on side imaging, one on map. Your side imaging has your down scan and side imaging all in one. You can see exactly where the fish is in the water column, or you can see if the fish is close to the weeds or out in the basin on your left or right hand side. The other one, I have full screen of mapping. This lets me zoom into about 50 foot is an inch on this map, and I can get dialed in with my mapping and get right on those contours that I want to fish and where those fish are hanging out. So hope you guys enjoyed. Keep those tips in mind. Get some fish.